but
No,
I'm gonna put you in jail if you continue. And Mr. Lytle, are you prepared?
Your Honor, I am prepared. My client seems to not be prepared.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
The court hasn't proceeded yet with anything. The court would like to hear from the parties related to their argument, and after the court hears from her as to whether it's appropriate to go forward today or not. The court is proceeding pursuant to the parameters of a plea agreement that was entered into on April 6th. Court notes that the sentence here is a probationary sentence with no upfront jail.
Your Honor, I believe the plea agreement was fair. However, Ms. Taylor and I were talking quite a bit before court. She does not remember entering a guilty plea. Has advised me that I've not talked to her one time about this matter and that she never pled guilty. Contrary, of course, to many hours of, so this is actually a first for me. I can say that across any jurisdiction, I can say that she's not remembering prior.
But I don't understand. I was a victim. I don't understand.
Your Honor,
I don't understand.
I can say,
I don't understand
Judge,
why I can't go home.
without breaking any privilege, I can say that she and I have discussed the case. Ms. Taylor is concerned with matters that may relate but are not necessarily germane to the issues in front of her, in front of this case in this court. I can tell the court that whenever we did enter the plea, she seemed to understand the reason for the plea. However, it seems like today that's not the case, and that's as much information.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
You do have the right to speak. I want to say a couple of things first, just so you understand what we're doing.
Hey,
Just see if you can listen. If you can't understand, then we'll see. But I'm not sure that waiting is going to help. But anyway, you are going to go home today.
I don't. Did you go to 7th Avenue?
I don't know.
Because that's why I can't go because I was a particular party in the criminal case, and then all this criminal stuff was still going on, okay, and then I got the bad feeling in the back of my neck, so I went and got in the motel room. When I come back, I got all these groceries and everything. They took my groceries from me, all my property, all my driver's license, my credit cards, all that kind of stuff, my food stamp card. He's the only one that had the PIN numbers on it.
All right,
okay,
Just wait. What you're talking about is the facts of the case, and I don't want.
No, I'm not talking about the facts of the case. I'm trying to understand why it did this. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand why I can't go home. I didn't commit any crime. All I did was call the cops, and they still won't take my report. What's going on? They still won't. They lied to me. They started me to do anything but help me.
All right.
There's all kinds of illegal or unscrupulous actions by the sheriff's department to take my apartment back to the house and say, "Oh, we didn't want the dog to die. Even my teeth were gone. All my property's gone." And then they said they gave me his driver's license. Okay, well, give that back to him. I had to walk home. I'm being extremely hurt because the injuries he caused to me. I was held against my will. They took my phone. They dragged up my car. Okay, it was running fine. When I went to go get my dog to get his shots, all of a sudden it wasn't running. I know exactly what was wrong with that car. I bought the car. I had to work on it, looked up mechanic. He didn't have nothing to do with it.
All right, you need to be quiet for a minute, okay?
I want to go home.
You need to be quiet for a minute. You pled guilty. You've gone through you for whatever. You pled guilty to the offense that you're here for today. You signed a plea agreement. You and I had a discussion about that plea agreement and you pled to it.
Okay,
So, what that means is the next process is a review process. You went over it with probation and you're here today for finalization of your case.
okay, but it's still not final because I still can't go home.
No, and that's not going to change no matter what happens
But I
today.
live there. That's my legal address. He took
Stop.
everything. I don't understand. I don't understand. I didn't do nothing wrong.
It really, in terms of that, the court entered a restraining order. That restraining order is not going away today.
What restraining order?
The restraining order that I entered on February 26, 2026, with you here, you were in court. That restraining order,
For what? Because I didn't break any
Yeah.
laws. I didn't do anything.
that restraining order, I'm looking at it right now, and that does not keep you from being in at certain properties.
That's the restraining order to protect the party
I'm trying to
against.
talk to them right now.
Okay,
Christina.
they quit the restraining order.
The
They're
res-
trying to evict me for something I didn't do.
All right.
They quit it. I got the paperwork right here.
Yeah, you're wanting to continue this not as a result of anything that happened in this case, but
No,
if I'm gonna put you in jail if you continue. Okay? You're wanting to continue this case not because of anything that happened in this case, but because you're having a dispute with your landlords.
No.
All right. Are you here? I'll continue the case for 2 weeks if you want, Miss Taylor, but we're going to go forward on that date.
I understand what I don't understand is I was a protected party. We both lived there. The judge said that we had to get along. Okay? And he said, well, how that's going to happen. But I still got out of jail. We went back to the house. They were still doing illegal stuff. And I was still scared. But I lived there. That's my legal address. The reason it's retaliatory because he went to jail. Well, so did I. I wasn't trying to go to jail either. I was just trying to. I'm
All
sorry.
right, stop.
But
I understand there's a dispute between you and your landlord. No matter what happens today, that's not going to be resolved. The only thing which is a sentence to probation without any jail, or I'm going to continue it for 2 weeks.
Well, go ahead. You do that. Go ahead and do that.
Do what?
Forward the case. With no jail.
All
But I
right.
still understand what I did wrong. I still understand because I still want to report what's really going on. And I didn't do anything, and I lived there. That's my animals that are not being taken care of. All my property's gone. I don't understand.
All right.
They won't let me report. Neither one of them will let me report what's going on, and I got proof.
Mr. Bullock, what's your position with respect to proceeding today?
Your Honor, I'm troubled, and that is, every indication is that given Ms. Taylor's inability to prevent from interrupting the court, not obeying the law enforcement officer, to proceed now for a sentence of probation, I think would be terminated within a week or two. I would have no objection to a brief continuance for Ms. Taylor to resolve the conflict order issues that prevent her from, in her mind, returning home. But I certainly am not willing to vacate the plea agreement that was previously entered.
Mr. Lytle, are you requesting that the court continue the matter today?
Senator, on behalf of my client, whatever she wants to do, but personally, Judge,
I just want to go home.
I don't have a position because I don't think any of these issues are going to be resolved within 2 weeks, relate to everything, but they're not something I think can be addressed here.
Yeah, that's,
I don't know what that means.
well, What it means is you've pled guilty to an offense and now you're arguing something that's associated but not directly related to the
It's related
offense.
to it. Because-
So
because-
the court has heard from the people, the court has heard from the defense counsel, the court has allowed Ms. Taylor to speak. So the court is going to now enter judgment and sentence. And it's going to be as follows. The court is going to approve the plea agreement that was entered into this case. So the conviction will be to obstructing governmental operations in violation of 18-8-102 subpart 1B. That is a class 2 misdemeanor. The sentence is going to be probation. It'll be supervised. It'll be for a period of 1 year. The terms and conditions of probation are going to be all standard terms and conditions of probation. And the following additional provisions. The court's going to order that Ms. Taylor complete a mental health evaluation and any recommended treatment, a substance abuse evaluation and any recommended treatment. Ms. Taylor will be required to comply with random monitored substance testing if requested by the probation officer, that she shall not consume any alcohol during her period of probation, and the court is going to enter a prohibition against medical marijuana, finding that it would impair and detrimentally impact the purposes of the sentence issued by the court. Court's going to enter a substance abuse assessment of $45. Court is going to enter the minimum fine. I'm going to waive the fine, assess any surcharges or other matters that may be assessed. Ms. Taylor, the court's going to require that you speak with probation. There's a employee here who will speak with you. That's really just to set up a time when you can meet with your probation officer. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm not safe in Colorado Springs. They want to put me in an institution for injuries, I would say, because of their actions. Okay. And, I can't take care of myself. The only place I got to stay, other than my son's in Minnesota, he told me I could come and live up there. But where am I supposed to go? I got all my animals, my ESA animals, over there, everything. I never heard him. I say heard him.
I've heard what you've said today. I really have. I
And I
understand.
really loved him, and I really loved Ashley, and I don't understand.
I understand.
I don't understand.
I understand that this decision of being able to live where you want is really, really important to you.
Well, it's not what I had to live, because I have no place else to go.
I understand that. I understand that too.
Not my own actions, because of his actions.
It's just not the issue that this court can decide today.
Well, I thought that I could go home. All these emotional victims, there's all false evidence that I got, I still haven't been able to, talk to him. I had to go in any of my property, any of my animals, where I'm supposed to go. I live there. I've been there. He's been my boyfriend for 13 years. Everything I own, everything is with over there in my animals. They're not being taken care of appropriately. I promise they're not.
Right. I hope you get that worked out.
Well, I'm trying to, but they won't let me.
Court is going to be in recess. Thank
So
you.
what's that mean? So I got,
That means we go outside.
I don't understand.
The probation officer, Mr. Lytle, is at the clerk's office, so thank you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disruptive. I don't understand. I don't understand.
You're
I
not
don't
being
understand.